Shalom, Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm going to start off this lesson going into the book of Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter, starting at the first verse. It says, when a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. Now, the reason why I'm starting off the lesson with this scripture is to show you, according to the laws of the Heavenly Father, all right, which is contrary to the American institution of marriage, all right, which is nothing but a bunch of feminist bullshit, all right. According to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, if a man is not pleased with his wife, okay, if a man is unpleased with his wife and he finds some kind of uncleanness in her, she is a snare unto him, whatever it might be, you know, he's allowed to give her a bill of divorce according to the law. But does it say that she gets to take half of his possessions? Does it say that, oh, well, she's now able to take his house? No. You know, if you leave with nothing. You know? So this is why a lot of men in America, Babylon the Great, are walking away from marriage, man. And they're seeing all the examples and all the red flags that modern marriage, which is paper marriage, okay, which is basically you making a bet. You're making a bet and you're betting half of your possessions that you're going to stay with this woman. And I see it all the time, man. All these suckers be falling for the same play, man. You know, all these simps be falling for the same play. You know, at work, you be talking to, you know, certain couples that might be at work, and you hear the woman, she might say, yeah, you know, I got this guy. You know, I wasn't really too crazy about marriage, but now I'm entitled to half. You see, now they're entitled to half of what you have. For what? You see, you're incentivizing the woman to divorce and take half. Because now she knows, all right, now I got you by the balls. Why would you as a man put yourself in such a compromised position? You see what happened with Jeezy and his woman? All right. The crazy thing is he probably could have had a good thing with her if he just hadn't got paper married. These women, they want the lavish wedding, they want a ring. None of that is biblical, man. Well, weddings are, you know, but we're really not in the time as Israelites to be doing all that anyways, man. You see? So it's a beautiful thing having this truth, because it takes you away from the snares of this world, of this life. If you don't know any better, you think that God wants you to have a marriage and get married on paper. And, you know, all you're doing is involving the so-called white man, the devil, in your business. And what you do with your woman is your business and yours alone. You see, the so-called white man should have no stake in what goes on with your marriage. She shouldn't be able to go to the state and say, listen, I'm leaving him and I want half. How stupid do you got to be to fall for that in 2023? All this information, all these podcasts, but again, you know, Jake, you know, people in general are very prideful. Like, well, I'm going to be the exception. I know what they're saying about marriage. I know they're saying that it's risky for a man. I know, but they're going to still go do it anyways and find out the hard way. You see? So again, like I read, when a woman doesn't please you that's married to you, according to the law, you give her a bill of divorce. All right. give her a bill of divorce, and you set her on her way. She doesn't get half of what you own. See, but these simps, they just keep doing it, man. They don't learn, man. See, Steve Harvey. What? She don't have to bring nothing to the table. Enabling the bullshit, man. As much as we get mad at the women, and we talk about this thing a lot between men and women of the nation of Israel, because it all goes back to Adam and Eve in the beginning, which was the original transgression of the woman against the man. All right. But you have, all this information out here, and yet they're still going to go ahead and be a simp. And again, guys like Steve Harvey, guys like Jeezy, they're incentivizing women to be the way that they are. If every man right now said, nah, I'm not going to, I refuse to get married on paper, you see? And that's why my man, Dr. BOA, I'm sure some of you brothers, he's one of those red pill content creators. He made a statement that you want a woman to be your wife, but not without having that paper work. And that's really biblical. All right. As we know in Genesis 1:67, it says what? That when I believe it was Isaac, he was comforted when his mother Sarah died, and he went into Rebecca and she became his wife. Wasn't no paper, wasn't no government contract to fuck you up. And notice, man, they make it, they try to entice you to do it. But and why do I say that they entice you to try to get married? Because there's things like, for example, for couples, if you sell your primary residence for capital gains, right? You have to pay capital gains tax. All right. But if it's your primary residence, the first 250,000 of profit is not taxable according to capital gains. But if you're filing for that and you're selling it as a couple, meaning the man and the wife, then you get a 500,000 profit, up to 500,000 non-taxable profit on the house. You see, but what happens if the woman, basically you're trying to get the woman in on half of your shit. That's what it all comes down to. Because if the woman turns against you, she don't like you decided you wanted to watch some boxing, or you was in the gym, you were training, or you were with the brothers or something, or you were doing something as a man that you just, your own ritual or something that you like to do. And she ain't like that. And she decided, yeah, I'm being neglected. I don't like this. My needs are not being met. I'm being abused. And she decided to go down to the court. She gets half of your shit. See? So now, due to the Lord is really turning up the spirit, and it began with the apostles preaching, man, because the original red pill, like we always say, is in the scriptures. It's like we just read. We can read the law in Deuteronomy. If a woman leaves, we just read in the 24th chapter, doesn't say nothing about her getting half, man. All right. What Abraham told Hagar, the handmaid, that she had to be out, all right, with her heathen son Ishmael, she didn't get nothing. She got what? She got a loaf of bread and some water. Here, take that. You'll be all right. So where was it that she got half of Abraham's substance? Come on, man. But this is what simps will insist, is that this is what makes you a real man. Signing up for half of your shit to potentially be lost on a whim of her feeling like, well, she's neglected. All I ever do is work, though. All I ever do is work, baby. What you mean? Nah, I ain't feeling this no more. I want half. Yeah, man. So this is why many, amongst many other reasons why, especially the American institution of marriage is dead. Okay. And I'm pretty sure if we look up the numbers on how many marriages are being filed, it's probably at an all-time low. All right. But again, people love the lavish ceremony. Really it's all for the woman. The lavish ceremony. Oh, he dropped 30K on the ring, girl. Look at this, da da da. Just for you to leave him and turn him into a cuckold, man. So, going off with another man. You see, when you don't like how you were neglected, so you could commit adultery, a sin punishable by death in the scriptures, and then the so-called white man will come and reward you for it. It's all upside down, man. And if biblical order was established, these things wouldn't be happening. And this is why we say, and we're going to continue to say, that the law, statutes, and commandments have to be established. And that's what's going to happen when Yahweh Shai comes back. The law, statutes, and commandments are going to be established. And even the heathen nations will rejoice. These heathen nations, they ain't about their women being over them either. But it's because the so-called white man is in power that now feminism, now the woman being on top, going back to Adam and Eve and the serpent in the garden, man. Okay? The same spirit of Esau, the so-called white man spirit back then, all right, is what got Eve to go off. All right? And our women are still bucking up and are still getting men every day and getting them in a snare. Oh, there was one video online where this dude was getting married to this Evite, this Eve woman, so-called black woman, which the apostles and warn you jakes, man, about getting with the so-called black woman, especially the Americanized one, because she's going to destroy you, man. And this dude was up at the altar, the so-called altar. What a joke. And he was up there, and the pastor was saying, yeah, you got to be obedient, saying all the various vows that they're making, right? You got to be obedient, and she couldn't say it. You see, and everybody there was laughing. It was a big joke. He was laughing, but you ain't gonna be laughing when your marriage failed. Now she's sitting there like, see, the women, baby, they begin to resent you men because you're weak. You allowed her to have power over you, so now she can't. A woman, women need to be dominated in righteousness, of course. I'm not sitting here saying you got to be a tyrant, you got to be a lion, but you have to have a sense of you have to dominate the situation. Really, that's a way to protect her from herself, because a woman, when she is in a position where she sees that you're weak, or she sees that, wow, like I could get anything, she's only gonna go as far as you let her. She's only gonna go as far as you let her, and you simps are letting them go real far, man. It's fucking idiots driving over there, man. It's fucking New York City, bro. Stupid motherfuckers, man. Excuse my French. But yeah, a woman is only gonna go as far as you let her go. So when she sees that you're weak, when she sees that you're really willing to sign up for this is a terrible contract. You got to be business minded. Marriage is a business. Who in their right mind would sign up for such a horrible contract, man? Nobody. Everybody in the business world that's an honest person with honest dealings, they'll look at a marriage contract and say, well, no way. This is a recipe for disaster. Your enterprise as a man is at grave risk. Is at grave risk. Doing that bullshit, man. Signing up for that. But all of them simps, man, you're gonna learn, man. You're gonna learn. All of these marriages, man, they don't be lasting, man. Especially the ones on paper. Not saying there ain't exceptions, but why put yourself in a compromised state, man? You shouldn't allow anybody to have power over your soul as long as you live. I believe I'm roughly paraphrasing. I believe that's in the Apocrypha. See, so especially a woman, whether it be your family or anybody, that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. Letting somebody have power over you like that, putting yourself in a compromised position, man. And the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that the Lord woke us up to his truth so that we can understand how to move appropriately with these women, man. You know? Keep them at arm's length. You know? Keep them on a short leash, man. Because, man, it's in her nature to rebel. It's in her nature, and the only she has to be broken in. She has to be broken in. If they see that you're willing to take that type of shit, like I said, dude was at the altar, and Eve was up there, and the pastor said, "Yeah, you got to be obedient." He was laughing, and she was like, "Nah, I ain't signing up for that. I don't want to do that." You know, grown ass children, man. But what is it all about? Now she's making a mockery of him, and it's online. It's all over the internet now, and everybody in the comments talking about how much of a fool this guy is. How long do you think that marriage is gonna last, man? Not very long, man. And again, when the Spirit of the Lord is there and we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you realize marriage is not something to play with. Marriage is for life, man. And when it's done in the right way, like, you won't be getting divorced in the kingdom. All right? But there's laws about it because the Lord knows that we're in the flesh and that we're not perfect. So we would be, you know, there would be times where we would be at odds with our woman, you know. But that's why the Lord said that with you know, if you divorce her without cause, you know, you cause her to go commit adultery. So that's actually off too. You know, the woman is there rocking with you, and you just dip off on her, and now you causing her to commit lewdness. Because women are gonna naturally clave to a man, and if you leave them, then they're gonna look for somebody else, and then you causing her to go off. So the Lord, Yahweh Shai, even mentioned that. But in the kingdom, man, when we're perfect, we're not gonna be getting divorced. You know, and that's when the Lord marries us. That'll be it. And we will be able to marry our woman forever, man. You know? Shalom. Yahweh Shemah Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. We will be able to marry our woman forever, man. And you won't have to worry about, oh yeah, she's going off, man. She's trying to pull me away from the Lord. Now I gotta think about what I'm gonna do with this woman, if I'm gonna stay with her, if I'm gonna leave her. You see? But everything is fly by night because everything is temporary. Everything is instant gratification in this society, so people don't know how to sacrifice. Naturally, two people, a man and a woman, even if you're so-called in love, you're going to want to do you're going to have your differences. You're going to have, you know, you're going to separate in a sense of, like, you know, you're going to want to go this way, she's going to want to go that way at times. It's not always going to be on the same accord, especially us being in the flesh. But that's why, you know, in righteousness, when you're married to a woman, you're going to work on it. Like, all right, well, we're going to work on this, work on that, just like how the Lord is working on it with us. You see? But in this generation, everybody's just looking to leave for any little thing. You see? They have no sense of longevity. They have no sense of what's going to benefit our children. You know? And it's just worse and worse and worse. It becomes more degenerate. And the pressure is there to get the men out of the house. The financial incentive is there. The societal pressure is there. Everything is there to destroy the home of the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. You know, so a lot of times you might want to leave your woman, but hey, it's better to deal with the demon that you know than the demon that you don't know. Because you think out there you're gonna find this mysterious woman that's in order, and then you're gonna find out, damn, I actually had a decent situation. You know, I should have just kept rocking with that. You know, don't be over righteous. Don't be a lion in your home, because we understand these women are weak. Our women are weak. Women are weak in general, especially in the modern times. And they've been raised under Babylon, man. We've all been raised under Babylon. So we have these ways about us. We have things that we do that piss the Lord off. And we even know better. We still go off. But the Lord is having mercy on us. So consider that when you deal with your wife, you know. And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to tell you brothers how to particularly deal with your situation. Just some spiritual advice, man. You know, sometimes it's better to keep the demon that you know than to go to the demon you don't know. Yep, there is. In 1 Corinthians 7:33, the brother put, but he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife, right? See, and that's why the Lord, you know, through Apostle Paul, the Lord is saying here that, you know, it is better not to marry, because you can see how it becomes a snare unto you. You know, let me read this other precept. It says, and this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that you may attend upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua without distraction, right? And then that's what women are, a big distraction, you know? And then naturally, when you have a wife, you're going to want to do the things. So you're going to want to please her, man. That's a beautiful thing too, but it all has to be within a balance to where the Lord is coming first, and then when you get time, you handle that with her, you know, because everybody needs attention, but you gotta just know how to give that attention and know how to divide your attention um, accordingly, man. And when it's time to give the Lord His time, and to give our undivided attention to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. See, but again, you know, when the kingdom is established, that's when we're gonna really know what a true righteous order of marriage is, man. Right now, everything is in shambles. We're dealing with situations everything is filthy, man. Everything is just upside down. We don't have virgins. Okay, and if you're a brother out there that does have a virgin, man, how about Shemal shall bless you, brother. And man, in the Lord's will, you can maintain with that, because that's a blessing. But majority of us brothers ain't got that. No, but again, going back to the original topic, I know I got off track a little bit. Institution of marriage is dead, because men are waking up to sham. Get up in your pockets, man. Yeah, the happy wife, happy life, man. This is a snare, right? It should be happy husband. Common brothers can still hear me. Shalom. I think I lost the signal real quick, but yeah, it should be happy husband. You know, not happy wife, happy life. Man, come on. Where's the sense of the Most High, man? That's why sometimes you get tired of all these damn love songs and R&B shit talking about a damn woman. Why don't you put some energy into making a song about the Most High, man? About your Creator, instead about how you're going to jump over the moon and climb the stars and climb the mountain for a goddamn woman. You know, obsessed with the damn woman. See, that's why if you notice, like R&B as a genre is really died down. The water, how about the water? R&B died down a lot because motherfuckers ain't going for that simp sucker ass shit, you know, pussy begging shit, man. Now the order of the man being on top is good. See, now these women, oh, I want to be in my soft girl era. Hey man, listen, if you get married in 2023 on paper, knowing what we know, use a goddamn fool, man. Pat said, and use a goddamn fool. You know, there's all this information out here, man, and most importantly, the prophets are out here telling you. And again, this is for the benefit of the brothers, because we know that you stupid niggas out there ain't gonna listen anyways. Look at Jeezy, you know. Now who knows what kind of child support situation he's gonna be in. We got to get the hell out of here at the end of the day, man. You know, we need salvation. So I don't want to rent. I'm on the highway. I'm driving. So Lord's will, I can catch y'all on the next lesson. Lord's will is edifying. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem. Dash. Shalom to the next one.